Papa Pepper, building up our pastures.
Alright guys, Papa Pepper down on the homestead today. You're going to hear some sheep behind me. I walked by them with a bucket, so they thought I was going to feed them. But one of the projects that we're working on here, there's three main purposes that we're going to have for our land. One is going to be raising animals, another is going to be just providing food, and then another one is going to be just our living space. So we're kind of heading through the property and dealing with section by section, kind of area by area, as we build up and work towards that goal. I'm right down in one of the animal areas right now. This was all pasture already, and this was woods, which also provides some shade and some other things. One thing that we want to do is to make sure we building up our pasture, our soil, the whole thing. So I'm going to start a very intensive project as time goes forward, but for right now we're just trying to get some things established, some things going, adding a lot of different perennial plants that are going to be beneficial, and then just some ones that are more short crops too. So right now I've got a mixture of things that I'm going to be planting, and I'm right between the rains right now, so that works out well. And if you notice behind me, I mean, here's Bluer Than Green's field, nice green tall. Mine's down to about nothing. Now, it's all still growing, it's all still alive, the roots still exist, but to be able to plant these crops, I want to not have the competition that they would have if they were in a different environment. So this way, they're going to be able to get sun, they're going to be able to get what they need to be growing a lot easier. And if you look this way, I mean, that's what a lot of the quote-unquote soil is around here. It's rock and clay. So, like I said, there's a number of things we're going to be doing in the long term, but in the short term, we're just going to get stuff growing. We're going to get stuff growing like buckwheat, sainfoin, bird's foot trefoil, daikon radish. I got some kale in here, some clover. Variety, a couple other things too, some barley. But there's going to be a number of things like that. You're going to have the sainfoin, bird's foot trefoil, stuff like that that's going to be really good for them. Sainfoin even helps with bloat, prevents that. And that's going to be a perennial, so once it's established, it's going to come back for years to come. You're going to have things like daikon radish, which is going to grow for a season, but it's going to send a large tuber, you know, down into the earth. So you're going to have a big, I call them soil drills. You know, you'll have a big radish go deep down into the earth, and then when it dies, it's going to have that whole tube it went down into the earth with, and that's going to be organic material. It's going to kind of open up and aerate the soil. It's going to add some more material to it, and things like that. So we're going to try to, from above, from below, the whole thing, just build up and make this as good as it possibly can be. So it's the most healthy, beneficial, reasonable, useful, meaningful, purposeful, you know, environment that it can be for our land and for the sheep. So, and the goats, and our cow, and whatever else is running around down here. So anyway, that's my project today. If you guys know anything that's a really good one to be planting, especially some good perennial pasture building type stuff, let me know. And I got some veg in here and some other things too, but if you do, let me know, and I'll be glad to research it and potentially add it to what we got going on. Alright, Pop out.
As always, I'm Papa Pepper, and I'd like to remind you, don't post for free. If you'd like to be part of a revolution in social media, an economic power to the people, where users can actually blog for cryptocurrency, then I'd recommend that you check out steemit.com and join the revolution. Papa out.